even further beyond!
Yeah, my name is Zakashi, and in this video, Legends has actually made a Legends management team newsletter, and it has some pretty good information you're going to want to see in this video if you haven't already seen it already. But I wanted to give my own thoughts on it. I'm not posting this on the same day as obviously came out because I wanted to actually think about my own ideas for this actual video. I don't want to just read through it because you guys can read, I hope. So it's not a thing where we're just gonna read through it and just see what it has to say. More so, I want to give my thoughts and actually elaborate on what I think things will be like, whether they'll be good or bad, etc, etc, etc. Because when Legends makes updates, it can either make or break the game. Legends do be making mistakes. They make L decisions sometimes, but sometimes they make really good decisions, and I feel like they've been more on the good side. But here and there, you know how it be. So it's more about evaluation this video. Press that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're on this grind to 25,000 subscribers. All my social media links are going to be on the left if this is the YouTube channel. This is the YouTube channel, but we got a Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description below, so make sure to check me out on all of those. But yeah, we're gonna go into this Legends management team newsletter, actually released on the 14th of October. So on the top here it says year-end huge update. Currently the team has 3 main goals that we want to accomplish. These 3 main goals: they want to create a game environment with a wide variety of viable playstyles where players feel free to experiment with characters and with character combinations, improve how rating functions in PvP, implement small quality of life changes that contribute to a fun, stress-free Dragon Ball Legends experience. So now with those 3 things, I really hope they mean that, because that would actually benefit everybody, especially the third one. Quality of life is a big deal. For example, I feel like the biggest thing people complain about in PvP is probably lag. Like, just lag alone is so jarring. If not lag, Legends registering inputs is so bad sometimes. So small things like that they could fix, and if they fixed it, the game would literally be miles ahead of where it is now. So quality of life, I'm big on that. Rating functions in PvP, you obviously want to be paired with people reasonable, so you don't want to be facing a 14-star whale when you're like BR 30, 37 or something. Like, you don't want to be doing that. And then obviously the game can get stale, so if they're making it where you can continuously make new teams, have new playstyles because of new characters, etc, etc, then you'd always have something new to actually play with, which is why that first point there is also something really good, and I hope they really stick to these 3 points. It's the end huge update that they're working on pretty much for the end of the year. So yeah, that bit there, hope they're serious about that. Now the leader slot here is probably one of the biggest updates that we're going to see, because it actually changes how PvP works entirely. However, the leader slot's not coming by itself, it's actually coming with boost characters, and the boost characters will also make a big difference in how PvP works in its entirety. Now if you look at the leader slot by itself, the teams that you'd make, it'd obviously be a strict meta, but the boost units, as long as they balance it correctly, like they don't do anything ridiculous, then we will see a lot of teams that like wouldn't be expected and actually just be shredding PvP, and I feel like that'll make a lot of fun. Also bring a lot of variety, because some people just sweat one main team. For example, if you have a maxed out Saiyan team, it's going to be tiers above everybody. Saiyans is just ridiculous. Movies, people be running hybrids at the lowest tier and just be shredding the battlefield in ranked. So the leader slot on top of the boost characters, I hope they do it properly, so they don't just make boost characters ridiculous, or like the boost units are not even doing enough. If they're gonna change that, then I guess so, but I'm not really a big fan of the boost units in the first place, because if you build up one certain team, you do want to use that team at the end of the day. But it does bring balance, so that's why I asked the balance be good if they're gonna bring that. The leader slot, they already mentioned it before, however they actually changed a few things. So there was one section here, if I can find it, where they actually had previous information, but you can see here it says the following has changed from previously given information regarding leader slots. So the leader bonus applies to Z abilities even if they specify a target, tag, episode, element, character, rarity, etc. So that's going to be a big W in making teams combinations. Secondly, Zenkai awakened characters can be selected as the leader. if I recall correctly, before they wasn't able to. It also says the feature to switch Zenkai Awakening on and off has been removed. Wow, I was just saying. And Zenkai abilities will not be included in the bonus. So Zenkai ability really makes sense, because if that was just global, then some people would be ridiculous. But the fact that you can now use Zenkai Awakening characters for your leader slot must mean that they went through some testing, because they said that before. I was literally saying not even a few days ago that it's hard to predict what Legends can do, simply because it feels like they've been making a lot of last minute changes. Like if we look at Anniversary, I feel like it's kind of clear that the Goku and Marjupe should have been Anniversary characters, because Nuova and Ice Shenron would not have been a good all-star banner, but that's just me. You could also argue a few other things, but this here really shows for that. The leader bonus will only be applied if the leader is a battle member. That should also make sense, because some people will pick someone to be a leader just because they bring a strong Z ability or something, and that's kind of ridiculous. So make sure to always bring them so you can get the maximum output out of them. With that, I was thinking of like some tapped combinations. Like I feel like one team that's gonna really thrive is already Son Family, because FSK will be able to really capitalize way more than he already did. If you look at Son Family, it's not really a team that has consistent Z abilities, but if FSK is on the leader slot and he works with those battle members, the Son Family battle members, so just Goku's pretty much, then he will just become even stronger than he already was. So I feel like his value is going to skyrocket. And other than that, the main one that I really thought about is Fat Boo, the Zenkai 7 unit. His lock-in will be so ideal using him on a ridiculous amount of teams, on top of the fact that he heals and he's just so tanky. He's going to be a problem to deal with. So if you can run him as a leader slot, which is you can do now, but even if he's a Zenkai Awakening character, it's going to be a big problem on the battlefield. So I feel like those two, even regardless of the boost characters, depending on how well they balance it, will be a big issue in the battlefield. That's just my thoughts though. Let me know what characters you think will actually stand out over everybody. But I'm for sure going Fat Boo and FSK. They touched on rating matches. The main things just going to touch on, the battle rank can now go from 50 to 70. So you can go even higher. So you can actually, I think it's going to smoothen out the amount of players that you're matched with, because once everybody hits BR50, I think you just get matched up with anybody pretty much. But if you can go to 70, it spaces it out a lot more, which is really good. They introduced leagues, but this is just more so that the people that aren't able to reach the higher leagues can actually get rewards. So you can see underneath there, introduction to leagues, it says Diamond, battle rank 70, Platinum, BR 61 to 69, Gold, BR 51 to 60, etc, etc. You guys can read. Top reward improvements. So following the BR increase, top ranking players can expect to earn special titles and more. I hope they really nice out those rewards, because I actually want to bring out PvP right now. So if I go to PvP, the rewards have literally been the same since the start of the game, and I find that crazy. Obviously with the addition with like the equipment medals, remover slots, Z power that wasn't always there, but these ones here, besides from the Z power, have pretty much been the same since forever, man. They need to like maybe even out the Chrono Crystals, add something else, more rare medals, something, so that it gives more incentive to play and not just on Golden Showdown. Right now it's Golden Showdown, so it's 2000 CC, but they need to really do a lot more, I feel like. And the fact that it's just been very simple for a long time isn't a good look for PvP. It does make it stale at times. People do just play for the CC, but it would make a lot more people play if they actually did a lot more with that than just making it simple every single time, keeping it stale. I feel like that's a big factor to people's enjoyment in the game. And pretty much from that, it's just going to be a lot more adjustments and whatnot. Now, at the time I'm making this video, there's actually a video and stuff probably tomorrow. I think I'll upload this on Monday, but I'm recording this on Friday. There's a video and stuff on Tuesday, and they're probably going to announce a bunch of stuff. It even says it here. So it says, in closing, if you read that top bit, but then down below, in addition to the features we discussed here, we have plenty of other improvements on the way and expect to share more in the video and stuff planned for late October. We believe we have some exciting news to share with you regarding Zenkai Awakening in particular. I have a lot to say about Zenkai Awakening, but let me just read the rest. As always, please keep in mind that the information we've shared with you is subject to change. Like I said, it feels like they've been making a lot of last minute decisions. Let me know what you guys think about that. Further information will be discussed basically in the video and stuff. But the Zenkai Awakening thing, I have a lot to say about that. I feel like with Zenkai Awakening, they've been making a lot of the characters recently very stale. Very stale. They've just been buffing up their stats, giving them weak casts, unique abilities, just so they're usable and they have that option. But really and truly, they can't be too OP because they've made a lot of characters really too OP, and it's been scary for the meta. I'm not gonna lie. Just look at FSK, look at Android 18, the Zenkai LFs, all of them pretty much. And there's some other exceptions like Bardock and whatnot. Literally game-changing characters. So I feel like with the Zenkai Awakening, they might make it cheaper. They might change how it works in entirety. I don't know, but hopefully whatever they do with that is actually better. But I feel like they're very shaky when it comes to Zenkai Awakening. They've kind of hit like a program where they release them consistently, but they get very scared when they're adjusting stuff with Zenkais and whatnot in terms of how far they want to make them good, or sometimes they just make them lackluster, man. So that's just something I wanted to talk about with Zenkais. But just to capitalize, to finalize on the video, I want to talk about some ultra units. I feel like ultras, I'll probably do a whole video in its entirety by itself, but ultras are really going to be the new wave. They're summonable ultra that we should be getting at the end of this year. I feel like that's going to be a big deal. I don't have a prediction at the moment, but I'll make a prediction video of who I think the ultra LF or whatever they're going to drop, summonable ultra, let's just say summonable ultra, will be. So that's probably one of the other improvements that they're probably just keeping quiet as well. They're going to add something like that and make so that the ultra units are actually way more valuable. Hopefully they don't just get too consistent with them, because I feel like they need to keep the value high, but at the same time they need to make the kit good, otherwise the value will be low regardless. But yeah, man, that's all I pretty much got to say. Legends, just keep improving, man. These are just my thoughts at the end of the day. People might have different thoughts and you guys might have different plans. Talking to Legends directly if they see this video, anybody watching this video, Toshi watching this video. But yeah, man, hopefully they do keep improving, and this could literally break the game. All this information, as in break the game, as in make it so much better that people really have the motivation to play. Because Anniversary, this has probably been the deadest one. I'm not even gonna lie, it's been the deadest one probably. The way they shafted us with Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Zamasu, they're good, I guess, but then what came after that is kind of like, okay, makes them look like nothing. So they just need to do better, I guess, but they have been doing some good, and this providing us information, I feel like is a good sign that the future is bright. But let me know what you guys think. Press the subscribe button if you haven't already, man. On this grind to 25,000 subscribers. All my social media links on the left, not gonna go through them, I'm just gonna leave it like that. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Please, lend me your energy!